Good evening to all the viewers. I am Nagarajan. Today I will tell something about our delimitation and the language issues that have become a controversy between the Tamil Nadu government and the central government. First, I will concentrate on the language issue. Tamil Nadu government wants two language formula and the central government wants to have three language formula. Now, let us think a little bit and decide ourselves which is better. Let us first take the three language formula. Now, all our children will be forced to study three languages, which will definitely be a burden on them. We should concentrate more on the subjects like science, engineering, medicine, so on. And so many areas are there. And today we have the artificial intelligence that we are living in digital area. These areas are important for us and not the language. What is important for the children is English language and of course their mother tongue. They have to learn these two languages in any case. Now why should they study the third language? Whether it's Sanskrit or English, Hindi or German or Spanish, whatever it is. In some place you should study Sanskrit. I want to know how many Indians are there who are speaking in Sanskrit in their homes. Is there a single family? I don't think. Of course, in Karnataka, they say there is some village where only Sanskrit is spoken. That may be an isolated case in India. What will be used for us today? We have to learn that. No use of talking about our Vedas and Shastra that one should study Sanskrit. They are relevant. They will always be relevant. There are many good things which are said in Shastras, but how many of them are following? Do people know what is Sanatana Dharma? No, nobody knows. They should read Mahabharata to know the definition of Sanatana Dharma. So Sanskrit can be studied by those who want to actually have knowledge of ancient literatures, definitely. But it can't be imposed on them. Now coming to Hindi, why should a study person living in non-Hindi speaking states study Hindi? What is the purpose? What is the ultimate purpose? Ultimately, they want that Hindi should become a national language and that should be followed at the center. At the center? Does center have any state? No. They should have only English if they want to work in the center. That should be made compulsory. What is the harm in reading English, knowing English? You can work at international level. Today, if you go to foreign countries, you will find lesser number of people coming from the non-Hindi speaking, the Hindi speaking states. Why? Had they given that much importance to English, I think all of them would have been very rich and staying in foreign countries. So at international level, what is advantage for us is we have to learn English because that is the vehicle which carries the knowledge at international level. So it should be English and the regional language so that we really become a developed nation and it will also strengthen the unity of the country. There is no harm if our children speak in English. What is the harm? English is not the monopoly of anybody. Sorry, not at all. It is because of English we are developed to today. Even today, all development in our technology and everything is taking place because we are getting the knowledge from English by English. It is coming coming to us through English. So the first thing is it should be English and the regional language, and it is better if English is made compulsory from nursery itself. It is for the benefit of the individual as well as for the nation. What is there? Just because it's a foreign language that we should give up. Then why are we using electricity? I don't know. Electricity was not invented by any Indian. Even today, whatever knowledge we are getting about artificial intelligence, so many things. Even take computers, new developments are taking place. Was LED invented in India? Was mobile invented in India? No. So whatever knowledge is there on various technological fields, even medicine you take, how many medicines are there having in Hindi names? Was allopathy invented in India? But today we have only allopathic hospital which are, I mean, which are preferred by Indians. So we have to understand the importance of English for our benefit, for our country's benefit. So we should invariably follow the dual language formally. It will terribly strengthen our country. Yes, when you come, a non-Hindi speaking man comes to Delhi, he has to speak, learn the local language for corresponding with the local people or with the shopkeepers. Yes, it is required. That everybody manages. That you can see. My father came to Delhi in 1942 without knowing Hindi, but he worked in central government till 1972. So everybody, it's a need of the hour means they will learn it. But it can't be imposed as an official language at the center. No. Center doesn't belong to any state. Now let me take up the issue of the delimitation. They want to have delimitation, and the Tamil Nadu government and certain other states are also opposing it because they will be the losers. Definitely. Why should they lose the assembly, the seats in parliament? Just because they followed family planning? And then what will happen? UP will have to higher number of seats, whereas this number will reduce. Even if they don't reduce, the seats of the North Hindi belt will increase. But that is not correct. We should actually remove population as the basis for deciding the delimitation. It should be the number of literates, especially the educated people who are at least BA. Why I am saying BA is only educated man can understand what is required for him. Suppose people are not educated and illiterate people are going to decide what will they don't know what is good for them. How can they decide for the country? Unless you can decide what is good for you, how can you decide for the country? This is not correct. They should not be allowed to vote because we want our country to develop. They all want to live on freebies. What is happening in Delhi? Now, what is happening? USA is insisting you reduce tariffs on this thing, that thing. If you reduce tariffs, where will you get money to distribute freebies? See, the limit will come. So we have to think on these lines. It is better to have delimitation on the basis of literate people. And I would suggest that should be minimum graduation. It is my personal feeling. Many people have many views, but I am concerned with the unity of this country. Yes, India is united because of Hinduism. There is no doubt about it. It seems Rajaji once said, Hindu religion and English are the two pillars of the Indian society. If anyone tries to break one, the platform, the society will collapse. This is what is important. We should know that after 1965, regionalism grown. Before that, nobody talked of regional language. But today, every state is saying, my regional language is this. Go to certain states, you will not find even destination boards in buses in English. So a person coming from other state will have to suffer. You have to ask some 3 4 people. So let us concentrate on English so that English board is everywhere. Similarly, is the region. Nobody should forget his mother tongue. No, that is very, very important. But we cannot have everything in mother tongue. The subjects cannot be in mother tongue. Then it will take years for us to get actual knowledge. See, today we are forced to get the knowledge through the English language. It is a vehicle which is carrying the knowledge at the international level. And so many things are taking place, especially in technology, every day. And if that knowledge has to come to us, we require English. So my feeling is the English and the regional language should be made compulsory. Yes, the third language can be made optional. Somebody may want to study the neighboring state's language, which is very, very good. And if they want to study Hindi also, it is very good. But it cannot be imposed. Let us see about the unity of the country and let us see what is good for the country and not for any particular state or individual or region. I don't know, I am telling only my personal views and nothing more than that. Thank you very much.